Okay, welcome to Module 5. In this assignment, we are going to go ahead and we're going to start by going into our Azure portal. So we'll just log right into the Azure portal. And today what we're doing is we're going to create some users and some groups, and then see how those users and groups interact. Okay, so now that we're logged in, we just want to make sure we're in our Azure portal, and we're going to click on our sandwich icon, and we're going to come down to Microsoft Entra ID. And once we're inside of Entra ID, what we want to do is click on the Manage, make sure that that's expanded. Right now it's not. Now it is. And we're going to click on Users. And I've already done this, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete these users so that we can do it again. Um, so now that we have what you should see here, I'm going to go ahead and create a new user. We've we've already done this before, um, so not a big deal, but we're going to go ahead and do it again. We're going to create our test user. We're going to leave it in the domain that we have. Um, our display name for it is test user one. And we're going to actually type in our own password here, CNTP @ SSWRD @1. I'm just going to go ahead and show that so that you can see that. And we want to make sure that the account's enabled. We'll click next for properties. In here, we're going to put a bunch of properties in, just so that we can say that we've done the whole thing. This is a member user type, so we're fine with that. And we're not going to worry about contact information or anything like that. But we're just putting in some information so that we have some sort of a understanding of what that looks like. Next, we're going to click on assignments. As you can see here, this is where you would add a group if the group already exists, or add a role if a role already exists. But for this assignment, we haven't created a group yet, so we're not going to do that. Later on, when you create test user test user 3, you'll just click on add group, like I have here, and add him to the test users group that you'll have there. So we'll click next, get to the create part, and here's where we're going to go ahead and click create. You'll notice it should say successfully created user. And if we hit refresh, we should instantly see our test user 1 there. Now that we have our test user, we want to go ahead and create that group. So we're going to come back up here to our sandwich icon, going to click on Microsoft Entra ID, and we're going to click on groups again, or sorry, groups for this time. And again, I already have a test user group. I'm going to delete that so that we can go through the process. And let's go ahead and click on new group. This is going to be a security group. This is not a distribution group, which is what they now call a Microsoft 365 group. The difference between a security group and a distribution group is that the distribution group is for units outside of your organization, for mailing, as well as units inside of your organization, whereas security groups can only have units inside of your organization. And they usually have group policies assigned to them, even though Azure doesn't allow group policy. So the group name, test users. We don't need a description. That's fine. Membership type is going to be on its own. Down here, we want to click on owners. It says no owner selected. We're going to go ahead and click there. And we're going to make test user one our owner of this test group. And for members, it says no members selected. Again, we'll click on that and we'll choose test user one for that. Then we're going to go ahead and create. And that's how you would assign or create a group and add a user to it when you're creating it right off the rip. Now let's go ahead and let's have you guys make a couple more test users. So we'll go back in here and we'll go to Microsoft Entra ID and we'll go to users and go ahead and make two more test users, test user 2 and test user 3. Test user 2 should not be part of the group test users, but test user 3 will be part of the group. And then once you've done that, all that you have left to do in this lab is I want you to go ahead and recreate your virtual machine like you did last module. You do that by clicking on the sandwich menu and coming in here to virtual machines and then creating the virtual machine. Recreate your virtual machine and try to log in with one of these test users and let me know, if you had any problems creating the virtual machine or if you had any problems logging in with the test user, all of that. If everything went well, talk about how long it took you and what kind of issues you may have ran into or so on and so forth. But realistically, there is a suggestion that there should be some problems that you'll run into. That's part of troubleshooting, and hopefully you guys will be able to figure those out on your own. But that's it. Make two more test users, add one more to the group, and then recreate your virtual machine and try to log in using one of those test users. If you have any problems throughout the exam, let us know through email or meeting us during office hours or a phone call or whatever, and we'll be happy to help you out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day.